Welcome back to another episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. We have a very special guest tonight. Please welcome for the first time on the podcast, skateboarder, comedian, and podcaster, Jason Ellis.
Wow. That was soulful.
Did you feel that?
It was sad. Are you sad inside? Because that was the first thing I caught. First note, I was like, dang.
It made me sad what you said. Can I grab my skateboard?
You can't do pressure flips? I don't know why you shouldn't be that ashamed of pressure flips. They're not very cool anyway. For people that don't know. This was a trick that is popular. It was popular in the late 90s. Sorry.
I can't do them.
But they're not worth doing.
This is a toothpick.
It's not that bad. Look, I'm a vert dude who has a big board for a vert guy. Yeah. So yeah, your board is very small.
Yeah.
And you have small wheels, so that means you don't like to go fast. You have skinny trucks, which means you don't like to go fast. You have a skinny board. You have a board that is made to do little flips and not go very fast, so that when you fall off, you don't get hurt too much.
Yes.
It's called a pussy.
I do pop shove-its.
You pop it, and that's why your brother knows what a pop shove it is, because you can do them, and you probably told him over and over again. Because he talks a mean game for how good he is.
What, really?
I heard it because I watch his show,
Yeah.
and I remember he talked about a pop shove it or some shit, and I was like, whoa.
Oh, he was talking skateboard game
before he came on Hawk versus
Yeah.
Wolf, because I listened to Tiger Belly, and I don't know, he just mentioned it. I don't know where or why, but he just said it, and I think he was talking about you. And he's like, yeah, I grew up with my brother. We skated pop shove at this. And I was like, oh, shit.
No, he was talking.
Yeah, I think he just regurgitated what you said.
He was good friends with Laban Phidias.
Yeah.
So Laban, and then there's a time where Wee Man was coming around the crib.
Yeah.
But he met all them. Jeff King, shout out to Jeff King. And he was around it, but I remember they made him drop down Obama Hill, and he ate crap.
They made him.
I think they put it in like one of their videos or something, but he caught an edge and then he like rolled down.
But he rolls good.
Did he ride the park?
He skated Tony's the back section, the little street section.
Yeah.
And
he carved the bowl, right? He carved the ramp or something?
He did a kick turn on the quarter pipe. And he couldn't make it, and Tony and I pushed him to do it. And I remember at one point he did his little roll, and I remember him going, oh, okay, I couldn't make it. And Tony was like, what do you get up and try it again? And I could see it in his face. He was like, okay. You know what I mean? He was like, fuck you guys. Like,
he hit the coping?
No, dude, easy.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
But he did well. He did. I was impressed. I was impressed by how he fell, and then I was impressed that he made the kick turn, because I could tell that it was already above his skill level.
Yes.
Because he slipped, and he still made it. And I was like, balls out, man. Like, you went for it on that one.
Yeah.
And then when he did the ollie, he fell off on an ollie, and when he landed on his back on the ground, I could tell I know that sounded wrong, but when he fell on the ground, look, I know people that are our age, when they fall, you can tell they're going to be really sore the next day from that, because they're very unhealthy. Right. When Bobby fell, I was like, Bobby's not even going to feel that tomorrow. He's surprisingly athletic.
Yeah.
That's what I got from it.
We grew up in Poway, and so the main skaters at our high school, there's like 5. Yeah. Tom DeLonge from Blink-182. Yeah. Have you heard of a guy named Dan Rogers?
Yes.
Yeah, so Dan and my friend Rich Salo and a couple other guys. Yeah. But it was 92. Not a lot of people skated.
Yeah, that's why.
The king was Willie Santos.
Yep, I was friends with Willie back then.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I've been friends with Willie for years.
So let's go down your history. You're from Australia?
Yep, Melbourne, Australia.
Then did you make trips to San Diego?
Yep. Yeah, I came here when I was 17. And right when I turned 17, so I was legal to leave. And a friend of mine came with me because he'd been here once before, Gary Valentine, and he knew Lance Mountain. So within a few days, we were staying at Lance Mountain's house. Wow, dude. And Lance Mountain has a ramp in his backyard, and he was like, "Yeah, go ahead, skate." So we just skated every day for 3 months.
Is this pre Animal Chin?
No, it's after Animal Chin.
Damn,
yeah, dude.
damn.
I was there for some shit. Like I was there we filled in the channel.
Yeah.
And at one point, I think I did alley-oop frontside ollies over the channel, and he was saying, "Hey man, there's only one other guy that did that." And Lance helped me with. I learned 3 tricks a day. I went back to Australia as the best dude in Australia.
Oh my!
Like I came here and got really good thanks to
Yeah.
people like that. Lance was on Hawk versus Wolf the other day, and he gave me a framed picture of the first picture that was ever taken of me by him when I was in America, 17, doing a blunt on a parking block. I don't even remember it, and he gave it to me framed yesterday.
When did you start getting into skateboarding? As a kid?
Yeah, like probably 12, 13, and then I got two twin brothers that were fat. Like one was obese, and the other one was really obese.
They skated.
Yeah, and they were both better than me, and I was not obese. So I was
but
like,
they were doing tricks. And
yeah,
stuff?
and I was like, wow, you're really untalented. So I was like, at least I
Oh, they told you that?
No, I told myself that. It was pretty fucking apparent. This dude was like 14 and 280 pounds, and he was better than me.
Oh my goodness.
For like the first year or two, they were both way better than me.
Were they sponsored?
One of them was, yeah. One of them ended up getting like
so that drove you, that motivated you.
It wasn't even skateboarding. Took me. Once I found skateboarding, I didn't think about what I was gonna be. I just skated every day, and all I did was think about it. When I wasn't skating, I just thought about what I was gonna do when I got a hold of it again, and it took away my pains of my life. I no longer thought about anything bad in my life. I only just thought my life was great because I had my skateboard and I had a ramp to go skate. So that was it. Once I had that, I had no problem. I just had a mission. And then I saw the Bones Brigade video. Sorry.
Yeah.
Then I knew what I was going to be. Future Primitive.
Oh, Future Primitive. The
Lance
one with
Mountain.
Yeah, right.
Which is why this is the craziest thing that Lance
insane.
Mountain's like my friend now.
Is he's still doing?
He shreds.
Oh, he shreds
Full stalled hand
like
plants in backyard pools.
like in pools.
Yeah,
The coping
rips.
And all that.
He asked me to go skate Huntington Park with him. He's like, "Come skate the combi with me."
And he's still ripping.
Ripping.
Oh, how old is he now?
I think he's 4 years older than Tony, so I would
in his
say,
50s.
oh yeah, he's
54?
late 50s.
Late 50s. And he's still doing it?
He's still shredding. He skated the Pink Motel with Tony. I skated with both of them the other day in the Pink Motel, and they both just started ripping.
What was that?
No, I said I'm writing notes in my phone.
You just do you. Everything's. I'm just.
You write
I'm
notes?
intrigued.
Oh, for afterwards?
For our timestamps. For our timestamps.
My wife does that.
Yeah. So as far as like, you didn't even want to get hooked up. You just got taken over by skateboarding, and it just came like all the sponsors. And
Yeah, all the
that
rest
stuff.
comes with it. You know, like you start to
right.
know everybody, and everyone talks about pros and sponsorships, and I'm like, whoa, that's cool. What's that like? And then you know,
then
you
it
jump
just
on the
happens.
bandwagon.
Yeah. When did you start getting tattoos, man? You have some beautiful artwork going on.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Most of them are actually kind of shit. I like shit tattoos. I don't really like really good
So
ones.
what's the most painful part of
On
your
top of my head, easily.
That's some beautiful work
The
there.
second worst tattoo, I don't even remember it. This bit right
Yeah,
here is
that's
the
the most
worst shit
painful?
ever. Yeah, here I played video games. Here, every time he hit me, I held my breath and held the side of the chair.
So you play video games?
When I'm getting tattooed.
You do.
Yeah,
Like what do you
just-
play? Do you play Tony Hawk Pro
I did,
Skater?
yeah. I was in it. Hidden character.
Oh, you were.
That's what's up. So pumped on that.
Yeah. How did you and Tony link up?
Well, we were both pro skateboarders, so we met each other. I actually met him, and he didn't know that he'd met me at a contest in Australia because I paid to be in the contest, and I was on the deck with him. But then many years later, we ended up competing with each other, and we were sort of casual friends because
Yes.
I was way more of a party guy, and Tony was a competitor. So,
Do you still party or no?
nah.
You sober?
Yeah. Well, what is it, California or whatever? I don't want to say that
Okay,
because I
that's
don't
fine.
care, but
Yeah.
I smoke weed.
Okay,
so.
that's fine.
But we became really good friends on the gigantic skate park tour.
Oh, what was that? When was that?
ESPN gave Tony Hawk a tour every year, and we flew around the world in a big tour bus.
Yes.
And Tony and I got drunk together and had this all of a sudden, because I've always seen Tony as this godlike character.
I think
where you
everyone does.
don't be inappropriate around him. Don't You know what I mean? Don't do anything that's going to make Tony uncomfortable because he made us. That's how I've always seen it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's like laughing at something I said that was really fucked. You know what I mean? Because I say stupid shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh man, that was hilarious. And I'm like, is it?
Yeah,
and I'm like, well then listen to this. And then, and he's like, oh my God. And I'm like, well, you're fucking tweaked, dude. How come you like me?
Yeah.
And then we became really good friends. And I don't know how, but it's just like I really enjoy him as a friend. And he really enjoys me.
Yes.
And it's confusing, but at this point I believe it. And yeah, now because we're older and I'm trying to skate again after I got my knee surgery, I started trying to skate again.
ACL, like
MCL. I got a cadaver knee replacement.
And that's from from all the years of vert skating. Yeah,
probably a little bit of fighting too, but most of it's skateboard damage.
Where you got into UFC?
I'm a pro fighter.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
For what organization?
Not that good. Just I fought. I had 2 pro fights. The King of the Cage was the last.
You did King of the Cage?
Yeah.
What weight division?
Middleweight, 185.
Okay, since you brought that up, what are because that was Matt Hughes and didn't BJ?
No, Matt Hughes is lightweight, 155.
Matt Hughes is 155.
Yeah.
Oh, George St. Pierre was.
George St. Pierre is welterweight, 170.
So you grapple too?
Yeah. I'm more of a stand-up fighter. I box more than anything.
But do you know takedown defense?
Yeah, because I fucking do.
You do?
How do you have a pro fight and not know takedown defense?
I want to give.
Are you gonna take me down?
No, I'm not. What I'm saying.
I will sprawl, bitch.
But what I'm saying is, you're in San Diego a lot, right?
Yeah, well now I am because I drive down to Tony's to do his show.
Yeah.
And now that I skate again, Tony has a ramp that's the best ramp in the world.
Yeah.
So I drive down to do that.
Half pipe?
It's the best one. Easy.
Because Poway High School has a wrestling facility, state of the art, like a college type facility.
Yeah, but you gotta know somebody to go there.
That's my coach Branstad.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean,
wait, you got wrestling?
I was ranked 2nd in the state.
Shut the fuck up! How come your ears are normal?
I got him trained in 8th grade. Yeah.
Okay.
But I choked at the state tournament. But I took CIF and Masters 3 years.
Oh, okay. Then you're a better wrestler than me.
But the thing is, if you wanted to, I know you're a lot bigger than me. But if you wanted to train at that facility, we could make that happen.
I've got one more fight. I'm gonna do one more fight.
What do you do?
I'm gonna fight Luis J. Gomez.
When is that fight?
Maybe November or just early next year. Because it's my event.
Really?
Because I'm gonna have a pro MMA fight at the end of it.
Now, do you know how to do doubles, singles, high crotches, arm drags, and do you do upper body? Like, if you have a guy pinned against the cage, how do you deal with that?
Elbow him in the face, then single.
A UFC single's different than a wrestling single, right?
Yeah.
Even wrestling's different.
Yeah, and my wrestling's messy. I'll be the first to like my takedowns and stuff like that is pretty amateur. I'm more of a I want to stand up and tag you. And either knock you out, or if I don't knock you out, then I have like a okay top game to like ground and pound you.
Yeah.
But
what about your jiu-jitsu?
I'm a blue belt, pretty shit.
But you know how to take
10th
the back.
planet blue belt. He said my coach was like, "You're a purple belt, but suffer. You have to
Eddie,
wait."
so you're with Eddie Bravo's school?
Yep, I was with one of his black belts.
So you know grappling then?
Yeah.
If you're with Eddie.
Yeah, I'm not with Eddie directly, but yeah. Yep.
Would you want to like take your wrestling further, like where?
I would like to, but at this point, it's over. Like I'm gonna do this fight camp, and then I'm gonna retire from all of it because I just got back from Colombia and got stem cells because of all my injuries from skateboarding and fighting.
Right. So you went there to heal yourself up.
Yeah. So I did MRIs on everything, and the doctor was like, I went there for both ankles, both knees, my wrist, and then this shoulder on the outside of it because TJ Dillashaw told me ask him to get the exterior stem cells instead of interior because it helps with the jab because I throw so many jabs that there's something that just aches in my neck now permanently. Yeah. And he did an MRI and he was like, I don't know how you use it. He's like, you got 7 tears in the back, you got 3 in the front, you got 3 in the side. He's like, you got a bone spur that chipped off and is now attached to the ball of your joint and it smashes into something. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense because that shit hurts when I use it all the time. But he was like, if you keep using it the way you're using it, you're gonna get a shoulder replacement in like 5 years from now. So I figure I'll do this one fight and then I'll retire from doing it.
That's gonna be amazing. So are you? So you're training for that, right? You're gonna train.
Well, not right now because I just
I know, but
got
when
off
you
the plane.
but when you
yeah.
heal, but
Yep.
when you heal, right?
As hard as I
And
can.
you mentioned, so you're cool with T.J. Dillashaw.
He's friends with me.
Okay, and so
Yes, I am name dropping him.
Yeah, no, but
That
that's
was-
fine.
I
that's
just
fine.
said he's
that guy's a
friends with
stud.
me.
That
That's
dude's a
how-
stud.
He's a fucking good
I
dude
just,
too.
but I remember him and Cody Garbrandt. Remember their,
Yes,
remember
yes,
their
yes.
beef.
I'm also friends with Cody, and I'm also friends with
What happened there?
Uriah,
I mean,
and Dominic Cruz, and it's all uncomfortable.
But what happened with those camp? Like, what was it? Was it their drama within the camps? Because
They just get heated, dude.
Yeah.
Those guys they got to get it all bunched up, and it makes it for a better fight. I think.
Right.
You know, Dom's definitely a guy that speaks
He's
his
good,
mind, but even to the point where sometimes I've even said, dude, I don't know if it was necessary to say that.
Right.
He's very he's got to tell you that if you suck, he's got to
He's
tell
gonna
you.
let you.
He has to.
Now a lot is fighting because I'm a fan of it, but is a lot of it psychological warfare, like because like the press meets and like the.
I mean, depends on who you are, who you're fighting. Like if you fight somebody that you can use that and it works, then yeah. But if you're fighting somebody that's made of stone, then you're just wasting your own energy.
Like, because I know you want to try to do that to Rose. Remember before they fought?
Yeah.
Did she try to get in her head?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, some people have this. They have everything you've got. Use it. You
so
know
that's
it's
half
a
of it
fucking
right
fight, man. Like,
there. So you could get in their head.
if you think you can, you should fucking go for it.
Right.
But if you think that you trying to get in his head is going to get in your head, then maybe you should opt to do this friendly.
Right.
You know, because you got to know who you are. Like, I can't look at the person in the face off. I've found out.
You can't.
Get too angry.
So when you're
So
doing,
I can't look at you and be like, "Hey, good luck." You know what I mean? I look at you and I'm like, "You're gonna try and kill me.
yes.
I'm gonna fucking kill you first, motherfucker." And then I'm like, "Rrr," and I'm like, "Dude, that's not how you do it. You got to do it as a sport. Like, you got to be like,
professional.
you got to
Yeah.
be loose."
Right.
That's the
right.
hardest thing, especially when you've had as little amount of fights as me. Like, I've only had 2 real pro fights. All the other ones are like boxing and stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to settle.
Is it? Can you relate that to skateboarding as far as like skating on the street by yourself opposed to like a contest or something where you need to?
Well,
you could
I
kind
mean,
of like.
skating in a contest, it's how much you care. Like, if you really care to win, then I've never cared about the crowd. I care about
Just shredding.
doing well.
Right.
If I fall off, I didn't win. I didn't make the final, or whatever it is. I care so much about that that the pressure that I put on myself is fucking. It's like it's blood. Like your heart rate, everything. I can't hear anything. I'm like blacking out because I'm like, please make this right. Please make this right. Same as please win this fight.
Yeah.
It's the same pressure.
Could you skate high, like stoned?
Yeah,
Because like back in the day,
I
the
only
homies.
skate high.
Yeah, I noticed that some of the homies back in the day would even
It's
on
the
mushrooms.
monotony.
Yeah, but they could hone in on it.
Yeah.
And I always tripped out. This one dude in AZ, I heard he shredded on he was skating on mushrooms, and I'm like, how? And he was ripping.
I fought a guy on mushrooms. He tried to get me to do it too, but I didn't want to do it because I wasn't sure.
Wait. What? So you fought a guy and he offered you mushrooms, but he was on mushrooms
He
while
was
he
like,
fought
"I'm
you?
going to do mushrooms. You should take them too when we fight." I fought Kyle Kingsbury, a UFC fighter, in a boxing fight, and he's like 230, like 6'4" or something, a real specimen of a guy.
So that means that's camaraderie. He wanted you to be on his wavelength.
Oh yes,
he
it's a
wanted
friend.
you to be on his wavelength.
He's my dear friend, and he wanted us to be on the same wavelength.
So when you fought, it would be like
Yeah.
a dance. It would be like
Yeah.
like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what is it about skateboarding? Like, because a lot of good skaters could get high and just like, what is that?
Well, it's to get in the zone.
Right.
It's harder to get in the zone when you're high, but once you get in there, you can't get out.
Right, and
You
they
can
could
get
hone
deep.
in on it.
Yeah.
So even the way you stand on your board, you might like put like a foot position, be like, oh, this feels different, and like is the contours of the board or something.
No, I
flicking.
just feel like if you're trying something hard, you got to do it over and over again, and you got to make little adjustments so it's monotonous, and you've got to like stay calm in the middle of all this stuff to try to see which bit was the mistake to make the adjustment.
Yeah,
And for some weird reason, being high kind of clears everything else out of the way,
it cleans the palate.
slows it down,
Right.
and you kind of see you're like, oh, that's what I did wrong, and then I make the adjustment.
I can't skate nollie. Like what suggestions to like skate, or like what suggestions would you give them? How do you learn how to skate nollie? like anything nollie.
How
I could do fakey stuff. Like
how do you learn how to what?
To nollie.
Oh, nollie.
Yeah, nollie.
Fucking ollie backwards. What the fuck?
No, because it's your front foot.
It's a fucking ollie.
No, but a fakie ollie's different because
A fakie ollie and a nollie is the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes,
though.
it is. Talk to your other foot and say, "Wake up! You're supposed to be the same as the other one." A switch fakie ollie is a nollie.
But hear me out. When I look at fakie, you're just on your regular stance going backwards.
Yeah.
Nollies, you're using the front foot.
You're doing a switch fakie ollie.
So how do you learn? How do you clear your brain to learn something like that's foreign, like that, like where your brain's not used to doing that movement?
Monotony.
You just keep doing
over and over and over.
So that's
hours and hours where you're like, it makes no sense. Another hour. It makes no sense. Fucking more hours.
So how did you learn how to do that?
Hours.
So you didn't know how to nollie, but then you just spent all night and just kicking down, kicking down?
Years.
Oh, that's
not
hard.
Hours. Years.
So because I was watching some of your footage. Impressive stuff. You're doing impressive. I mean, even the old footage.
Yeah. You sure you typed in the right guy?
Yeah, it was you. You had brown hair.
Yeah, I did. I had blonde hair, but
yeah,
whatever.
but you were doing late grabs. You were doing pop shove it tail grabs.
Was I?
Backside tail slides.
Yeah, I could do
blunt stall. You had your palette was vast. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, he's not only that. I was like, oh, he just did a backside flip onto the top of the you had street shit.
Oh yeah, you saw my shit
Yeah.
in Ventura? That shit is embarrassing. To
No,
real
but
street skaters, that was the worst
But
shit
you
ever.
you learned
It was pretty good for a vert guy. Yeah.
So how do you learn both vert and street simultaneously? Because I know a lot of cats are scared to step on a mini ramp. They just do. How did you learn? Because you do both.
No, I don't.
I saw the footage.
I know, but
dude.
you're being nice. To
Well,
real
what?
to real street skateboarders, I'm the worst street skater that might have ever lived. I don't mind that. I don't mind saying that. I'm a good vert dude, but vert street it hates me.
What?
But I did do a couple of tricks
You had
on video. That's
you
it.
had a, I think you
On
had
the flat ground, I'm the worst there is. I've never seen anybody worse than me.
I saw a hard. You did a hard flip.
No,
too.
I didn't. Wrong
Yeah.
guy. I did a frontside flip.
No, you did a hard flip on top of the
Never met.
a
No, it was
bank or
360
something.
flip.
No, I think it was a hard. You did a hard.
I didn't do a
flip.
hard flip. I've never done a hard flip. I can't do them. They're too hard.
Was it a frontside flip then maybe?
Yeah.
And then you.
I did it where it kind of.
Yeah, that's what I saw. It was it was like.
You know how I
illusion.
learned that?
But-
Fucking, I used to do skateboarding with no trucks on a trampoline.
Is that how you learned?
That's how I learned how to do kickflips and catch it with my feet. Because I would do went and then go and catch it and get my feet to hold it in the air, and that's how I got the kickflip catch with my feet. Trampoline.
So kids at home.
Yeah, get a trampoline. Get your mom to buy a trampoline.
Get a trampoline and just a deck.
A deck.
And you could learn stuff on that?
Yep. Yes.
Oh, because you have all the time in the world.
Yeah, so you learn how to control the board with your feet.
You could tray flip too?
Yeah, kind of.
What do you mean?
I mean, they're
do.
fucking disgusting. It's
Yeah.
a vert tray flip. It looks like shit.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So what's the first, if a person wants to learn how to skate transition, what's the first trick they should learn?
Just carve.
Oh,
Go to a bowl and carve.
like a rock to fakie maybe?
Don't do tricks.
Just carve.
Yeah.
But then how do you tell them how to get closer to the coping? How do they get their trucks on the coping? Is
Yeah,
that
don't
a
do that.
shifting of the weight or something?
Don't listen to him. First thing, don't listen to him or his brother on anything skateboarding.
I know. I'm just
That
trying
would
to
be
get
the
the
first thing that you would
conversation
want to do for sure.
Okay.
If you're
Just
listening
carve.
to him, you should wear a helmet. Maybe don't even go to the skate park if you're going to listen to him. Maybe just kill yourself because you're going to suck.
Kids don't do that. Don't kill yourself.
you don't
But
know.
listen
You
to
know what I
him. Get a trampoline
Yeah.
and
Get
get
a trampoline.
Get it just a board.
Yeah, how to be a
Yeah.
pro skateboarder. First, get yourself a trampoline. No,
Yeah.
no, not exactly.
Dude, it's cool that you're still doing it though, man. You know.
I love it.
Yeah, you.
I
you-
took
you
a big
think you'll ever-
break.
you think you'll ever quit? You can't.
Yeah.
I mean, quit skating
Yeah,
because
'cause-
Lance is still going.
Yeah, when I can't do it.
Right. When your body.
Yeah. If it gets to the point where I thought maybe when I'm real old and I can't do tricks, maybe I would still enjoy. You know how they got those skate parks where they have those little bumpy things?
Yeah.
I could do
Oh.
that until I die.
Like slalom. Like.
Yeah. Nah, not slalom.
Oh, you mean the
Yeah, they got the fucking
Yeah, yeah,
concrete
yeah,
bumps and
yeah,
you pump
the
them and you
bunny-
can go
the
around
bunny-
the corner.
Yes.
Like a track.
Yeah.
maybe I like that. Right now, that's boring and I wouldn't go. But if I'm like 65, maybe I'll be like, yay.
You'll do that.
I don't know.
Now, when did you decide to do a podcast with Tony? And like,
he asked me, I got fired from Sirius, and then he called me and said, do you want to do a show together? And I said, you're not trying to do this just to help me because I got fired from Sirius.
Oh, so what were you doing over at Sirius?
I had a show on Sirius for 15 years.
You did?
I was the number 2 guy on Sirius XM.
And then, dude, that was a good gig.
It was pretty cool. And then, then they
and
left
then
me
Tony
high and
hit
dry.
you up?
Yep.
He called you up?
Because we did a show on Sirius XM together first. That was before I had my own show.
Oh, he was a guest? He was a guest?
No, he had
a
Tony Hawk had a show, and then he asked me to be his co-host. And then when I co-hosted, Sirius XM were like, whoa, dude, you're funny. Do you want your own show as a DJ? So then I took a DJ gig, and then the DJ gig turned into the Jason Ellis show. And then that's how I got a job.
And then DJ, like, what kind of music were you listening to, like, growing up?
I'm a metal guy.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, white boy hip hop shit from the
like
90s.
What do you mean, like Beastie Boys?
Nah, like
House of Pain?
Nas and Jay-Z and shit, super basic.
Yeah.
Tupac with whatever.
Wu-Tang Clan?
Fuck yeah. That was the first. Gravediggers was the first album I got.
What is it about skateboarding? Because they used to play those at demos and shit.
Yeah.
Like their first album.
Yeah.
G to the R to the A.
it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's why we played it.
Shout out to Prince Paul. He did that album was probably it's a timeless fucking album.
Yeah, I agree.
That first Gravediggers.
I love that
yeah.
shit. I still love that album.
The beats were, you know what, they coined that horrorcore shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I loved it. They knew exactly what they were doing. That was candy to me.
Yeah, so shout out to the RZA, and I think that was Prince Paul and the RZA, and I forgot the other dude.
I interviewed the RZA once.
You met the RZA?
Yeah, face to face.
So how'd you hook that up?
Sirius XM.
Really?
Yep.
What was he like?
Sweet. Fucking awesome.
Did he bring his like beat machine there?
No, he just had some words of wisdom.
What was he saying? I
can't remember. he who laughs last, laughs second.
Holy shit.
That's what he said.
You interviewed the RZA.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Damn, that's like, he was one of the main dudes from the Wu-Tang.
He's the best dude, for sure.
With the Jizza, too. That Liquid Swords was, that was a good album, too. Yeah. But, yeah. So, you and Tony, so how many episodes deep are you guys in?
I don't know. Like 30?
30 episodes.
It's pretty new.
Yeah.
Maybe 40? Not very much. 1 year.
And then, do you guys film down in San Diego, or do you guys have
his ramp. He has a studio at his ramp.
Damn.
He's got it all.
Yeah, he's got it all. And then,
unlike you, do you know that your bathroom, when you pee in your toilet, the air conditioner blows on your dick? So, makes your dick cold while you're pissing.
All right,
it was confusing. I was like, man, my knob's getting cold.
Yeah. Well, since you're
you
on
don't want me to talk about your bathroom?
No, it's okay. Just talk.
What about this fucking door that I'm fucking stuck up against?
What were your initial thoughts when you walked in here? Were you like...
That Bobby Lee is an asshole and should give you some money? You can edit that out if you want to. I was like, whoa, dude, man. I mean, aren't they related? You gonna let him starve over here? He's dying over here, Bobby. Dying. Send him some Postmates or something. Holy shit. I fucking nailed against the wall. Hey, man, welcome to my show. Okay. It's great to be here.
But so you were honestly like, oh man, this he's hurting right now.
I was like, you know what, Jason? You're trying to become a comedian.
Yeah.
Look at them. One day you'll grow up to be here.
No, I've done comedy.
Yeah,
let's
you're in the game. You're in the game.
Jason, you're being very nice right now. I do podcasts.
I know you're new. I know you're new, but you could.
Scene.
It's there.
You think so?
Yes.
Really? So let's go to you. What was your first mic? Who pushed you to do comedy?
I think Sam Tripley might have been the first person to make me go
up.
You
did his podcast?
No, I don't think Sam. Yeah, I don't know if it was
the
I
conspiracy?
did the podcast. He'd been on my show a lot, and he was like, "Why don't you try stand up?" And I went a couple of times with him with no plan, and I was like, "Man, I suck. I don't want to do comedy."
But have you ever bombed? Bomb?
No, not like you did. No. But you choke. I don't choke. I've bombed. And if I'm bombing, I don't give up. You
how do you know? How do you know this story?
Because I listened to his podcast.
How do you know I choked?
Because everybody told said that you did, and then you agreed. That's how.
Oh, so I could have said no, I didn't.
No, I would have believed everybody else in the room for sure.
No, but a lot of comics do this because they have so much pride and ego. They'll be like, "No, I didn't choke."
Oh,
no.
you admitted
it was the crowd.
You said, "Oh, dude, I died. It was so bad." You said it. You said that. I heard you say it.
I'm just letting you know. When I went up, I tried because I wrote shit. I wrote a 5-minute thing.
But you just wrote it, right?
Yeah.
You hadn't worked on it.
No.
Yeah, well, fucking.
I had it in a little notebook.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, because I did it previous, like 2 months before, a month before, and I asked Eric Griffin, shout out to Eric, I go, hey, can I do that show again? The way it works, way that show worked was he was the MC. He was like, I'm just gonna do 10, and then I'll bring you up. But he went past. But the mistake I made, I didn't study the crowd. I was in the green. I should have studied the crowd.
That's the problem, you think?
No,
you think your material would have been better if you had to study the
but
crowd?
if I would have known the vibe of what was going on,
Yeah.
I would have, because he was trying to do riffing with this guy that wasn't having it.
Yeah.
And that's the first guy I chose to do crowd work with.
Oh, okay.
And he was an Asian guy, so I'm like, this Asian guy's gonna love me.
Oh, okay.
And so I
Is
go,
that
hey,
how it usually goes?
No. I was just like, I thought it was a good idea because I'm like, okay, there's a Filipino dude in the front.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna riff with him.
Yeah.
This is my inner voice.
Yeah.
So I go, hey, so hi, and I try to riff with him.
He was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
And then you didn't just bounce
what?
into something else?
No, because back then I did like micro penis jokes.
Yeah.
So
I do a micro penis joke now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yo.
I just added it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was trying
I'm going to start an OnlyFans account where I do blow bangs with micro dicks because I think I'd be really good at sucking a lot of little dicks.
See, that's good.
Right?
Mine wasn't that good.
Ah.
And this guy wasn't feeling my vibe. And he this is what happened. I was trying to do crowd work. I'm like, yeah, right. And then he was giving me nothing.
Yeah.
And I turned my back to him, and he heckled me. He goes, good luck with that.
Oh.
He said, so I'm not like, shout out to Jeremiah and all these skilled comedians who have years of experience.
Yeah.
I wasn't quick on my feet.
Yeah.
To be like, to have a comeback.
Yeah.
I allowed him to just go, he went, good luck with that.
And you didn't say anything back?
And then I just the sweat started pouring down.
Oh, dang. He got you.
Wait. The sweat started pouring down.
Yeah.
And then, have you seen the old Twilight Zones?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I felt like that room was in black and white. Like it was a Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Like a bad Twilight Zone.
I can relate because I'm so new to it. When things get weird, I feel like there's pressure that I don't think anybody else is having. Like before I go up, I'm not good enough. I don't know who I am. I'm not even really sure how to do my set from start to finish. And they're like, you'll be fine. Get out there. And as I walk out, I'm like, oh my God. I don't think I've ever been this scared in my life. I'm serious. Brian Sickler had me out at the Brea Improv, and it was 600 people. And every other joke I'd ever told was at the Dime Bar in front of 3 people. And when I walked out there, I was like, all the lights and shit. And I was like, I'm going to piss my pants and faint. That's what I'm going to do.
Wait, so, okay, let me ask you this. Did you do a guest spot?
What's that mean?
Where the MC goes on, then he goes, okay, we have a special guest. You had a 3-minute set or something? 5 minutes?
No, I did 15 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
Man, good for you, man.
Really? Why is that?
Because usually you do 3 to 5. You did 15?
Yeah, I do 20 now.
Oh my God, you're blowing my mind.
I could do 45.
So tell me how you felt. Like you didn't get like you didn't get adrenaline, right?
Fucking full of shitting myself. It's terrifying.
So it was worse than like a skate contest.
Worse than a fight.
Worse than
More scared than a fight. And then the next gig after that, Whitney Cummings. I don't know Whitney Cummings.
You don't
and
know.
She DMs me and goes, do you want to do stand-up? And I'm like, are you fucking... You got the wrong guy. And I go, yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm in a fucking theater in San Diego, 1,300 people.
No.
That was like the 4th gig I've ever done in front of people, and it was 1,300 people. She's like, you'll be fine. Just tell them how you feel. You believe, you're going to be great. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh,
why is she talking to me? Does she know that I'm nobody? Like, but Tony Hawk was there, and she knows Tony and Tony's wife. So I was like, okay, they're friends with each other. Maybe Whitney asked me to come out so that, you know what I mean, Jason's friends there and it makes it easier for Tony to go. Like, I really was like, I don't understand why this lady's asked me to be here.
Oh, so you had imposter, because we talked about imposter syndrome, and that's what it is, right?
What's that?
It's where you have feelings that you're of inadequacy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like,
what am I doing in comedy?
Like, I don't belong here.
I don't.
They're seeing through me and all that shit.
Well, I didn't think you could see through me.
Oh,
I was telling you to your face that it was happening. But you felt like
you didn't belong. You weren't ready to be.
I wasn't. I'm not.
But you did it.
I did. And I didn't bomb either. But it's still...
Dude, you did it.
I did.
And, no, let me tell you something. And that's half the battle.
That's what they said.
That's
Dude,
half the
when I
battle.
walked off, somebody had a phone with the light on it, so I couldn't see who was holding it.
Wait,
and then when I got close, this is right after I finished my set, and the crowd went crazy, and I'm like, this is so surreal. And then I walked towards this flash, and I'm like, who's flashing me? And then I would get really close, and it's Whitney Cummings.
Oh,
and
she's
she
doing
hugs
IG
me, and
Live?
she goes, "You fucking killed it!" And I'm holding onto her, looking at the roof, and I'm like, this isn't real. There's no way this is real.
Did you feel like you were on a drug?
Yeah, I couldn't even talk to her. The whole time she talked to me after it, I was like, yeah, uh-huh.
Oh,
okay.
you downplayed it.
I know, I was in shock.
But that was a
She was
Rudy
like, you should
moment,
come on to
man.
the Comedy Store. And I was like, okay. And just walked off.
But that was
and
a
never
Rudy moment.
contact-
That was a touchdown moment.
Yeah.
Do you realize that? That was a Rudy moment, man.
It was?
Yeah, you did. You did it. The touchdown.
Oh, I didn't dance or anything.
How did you feel right after you stepping off that stage?
Relieved. Why do you keep shaking my hand?
No, because I can relate to that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, dude, the war is over.
Yeah.
It's
But then
over.
Big J Okerson, I did a weekend with him, and it was the best I ever did, and that was the first time I ever walked off stage high.
Wait.
The crowd loved me. And when I walked off stage, I was like,
it gave you a high.
I was like, oh my God, this is a drug.
Like
I'm
adrenaline
going to get
high?
addicted to it. I knew it.
But that's what it is. They don't talk about that.
It's the
I think
best
half
feeling
these motherfuckers,
ever. I had no idea.
I think half these cats that do it still are chasing that high.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Because there's a moment with my brother, I was doing, because you stepped a lot of steps. You didn't do the open mic.
Yeah.
Route.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. No, I don't deserve it.
You bypassed a lot of steps.
Fuck yeah. And I still am. People give me shots at stuff like, how do you get to be on Big J Okerson? How does Brian Callen let you go on tour? Because you're a shithead. They're like, you've got followers and you're a skateboarder radio guy and you're getting a fucking foot in the door. I am.
Roll with it.
The thing is, I'm not going to say no to it, but I don't live in a false reality. I know that I'm getting opportunities that nobody else would get, and I'm very appreciative of it. I don't take any of it for granted.
Because I'll tell you what the regular stand-up open mic route is. You go to a coffee shop at 4:30 p.m. You sign your name on the sheet. You have to buy a coffee or a Danish, and then you're doing your set on a little wooden stage in the corner of the coffee shop, and your only crowd is 3 other comics going like this.
Well, I do have the dime bar.
Well, what's that?
The dime bar is, instead of at 4 o'clock, it's at 8 o'clock at night, and it's 3 comics watching you. And
you still work it?
And you're on a wooden box.
So you do that too?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
So you kind of do both.
Well, I don't, dude. I've only these gigs that I'm talking about.
How many
Whitney
gigs?
Cummings, they happened one time.
Jason? How many gigs have you done?
All up?
Yes.
Maybe like 50 now.
50. 15 or 50?
50.
Oh, dude, you're on your way, bro.
I'm trying.
Yeah. So how do you write your?
Told me that I had potential.
How do you write your material? And you do. How do you write your material?
Like Jay-Z. It's in my head.
Wait, no, for real.
For real.
What do you mean?
It's the craziest thing, too, because I smoke tons of weed and I hit my head a lot, so I'm super punchy and I don't remember anything. But for some weird reason, I know my set.
What?
And then I add jokes to it in here. And
what, on the spot?
Nah, I write them down. Like if I drive in the car and I go, oh, that's a good one. And then I add it in my set.
Oh, you add tags.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, sometimes new joke.
Oh, brand new ideas.
And I put it in the set and take out one that I didn't like because I'm only getting better. And every time I write something, I go, oh, man, that one that wasn't great, that can leave.
Right. So do you write a lot when you're high?
Well, I'm high all day. So whenever I write,
Wait,
sure.
how often do you smoke for real?
All day.
All day? Do you do the vape pens or?
No, I don't vape anymore. I just eat it. and then maybe once or twice a day I smoke a joint.
Do you do edibles?
I just eat all day.
What, gummy bears or cookies?
Yeah, usually gummies.
Really? Mm-hmm. But doesn't that hit you different than just smoking a joint?
Yeah, I just takes the edge off all day. You
really?
know? I don't try to get super high until I go to bed.
Wow, and you could fucking just think of fucking ideas all day.
I can't turn them off.
You have too many ideas.
Yeah, that's all my fucking brain does.
How much material do you think you've gathered? Like, do you think you have a half hour by now?
Yeah, easily.
And you could do it verbatim, like boom.
Yeah. What the hell? Well, mine isn't. I've noticed some comics have word for word. They say every word and they work on a sentence. Mine's
premises.
And then I use my. I think that's my talent. Is I have like a natural, like off the cuff funny. So if I remember the story, sometimes I do the story better. Sometimes I don't do it as good.
So you implement stories within the bits? Like, is that your style?
Yeah.
You could tell a story, like a 10-minute story. 10-minute story.
Because when I started, I was like, you're not a comedian. You don't even know how to write. But you've lived a crazy life.
Right.
And it's not a lie. It's true. So I was like, I'll tell that. And then I think another comedian was like, you could add this to it. And I was like, yeah, but that didn't happen. And he's like, so what? You could add that. I was like, oh, fuck, you could. And then that opened up that I don't have to tell everything that actually happened. I can like add things to make it exaggerated, to make it funnier. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's on. And then that just made it even easier to write stuff.
You're hooked.
I
could just tell by talking. You are.
I've been dying to find this my whole life, dude, because I feel like my body can't. I'm not an athlete.
Right.
I'm just a guy that really wants to create, and skateboarding and fighting was all so addictive to me, but my body totally argued with it.
Right.
Radio, podcasting, and comedy, I have a natural ability for that, and I don't get hurt. There's no pain in it.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking sore.
So
I'm sick of fucking getting hurt. I'm not lying. I'm sick of it.
So when you're up there, are you looking in people's eyes? Are you
now? Not at first.
Thanks for your honesty.
I couldn't see anything.
Okay, so it was a blur.
How much time?
So
the light. I'll go now. That's how I did it.
So when did you realize? Oh, I'm in the moment, and I see this person looking at their phone. I see this
practicing and listening to the other comics that went on before and after me talking about their experience when they're up there, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I'd watch. I'd watch everybody's set.
Who do you look up to? Like, what comics are you looking up to? Like, who do you admire and stuff?
Your brother. Really? Yeah.
See what I'm saying, Bobby?
Yeah, I would say he's my favorite.
What is it about my brother? Because he's just...
I like the way he says things. I feel like the way he says things sometimes doesn't even have to be funny. It's the way he says it makes you laugh.
Yeah.
And just I don't know if it's the facial expressions, the way he pronounces things. Sometimes I crack up
or
on his podcast
or the energy.
where he just tells people to shut up.
Right.
I think it's so funny when he's like, can I just say, I know, but I'm going to say something right now. I'm going to say something. Yeah. I'm like, I fucking love that. I just laugh my ass off, and he hasn't said anything yet. He's just saying he's going to say something.
I'm going to put this energy out in the universe. My brother, shout out to Bobby. I want him to get his special. He needs to record a special.
Yeah, why doesn't he? How come he doesn't have
I'm just saying, 20 plus years in the game.
Why doesn't he do one?
I'm going to put this out there. That's why we're doing this now.
Are you trying to convince him?
I'm just putting this out. I'm just putting good vibrations.
I mean, the guy
out.
has enough material to do 20 of them right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Why is he against
specials? I don't know. I've had so many endless conversations. Like, we've had arguments. I'm like, dude, like, why don't you do a special? Dude, you're ready, dude.
What does he say?
He's like, I don't know, man. It's not, he's like...
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because he seems to be living a sweet life.
I mean, I'm just saying, if he does even a half hour, so Comedy Central, Netflix, hook Bobby up, he's OG.
I don't even...
Yeah, you didn't know that.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I just figured he was like, no, I don't do specials.
No, I think he's waiting for the right... you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I get it. You know what? Yeah. He's a fucking...
He deserves the top shit.
Yeah, and I get that he's not going to be able to live with himself if it comes out and it's not delivered the exact way
same
he wants
way.
It, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, a lot of those bits, that's from 1995, bro.
Oh yeah.
His material spans back from like 95 to late 90s to 2009. Yeah, he's altered stuff, but yeah, man, he's got material from back in the day. He's got new shit.
Right.
He's got new stuff now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's doing all old stuff, but I'm saying a lot of his material, little pieces are from back then.
Yeah.
But then he'll add, you know what I mean? He'll add stuff. But what I'm saying, he has at least a half hour in him, dude. Or an hour. He's got an hour.
This guy's fucking comedy
So-
genius.
so-
Half an hour. You can do fucking 2 days.
That's what I'm saying.
Just stay up there, dude. Let the camera go.
As the younger brother, I'm like, the way I look at comedians, it's like a rock band. You know, it's like a skater without a skate part.
Yeah.
You know, like where it's kind of like a rock band, like the Rolling Stones, where you know, word around town. Like I seen them do this festival.
Yeah.
I seen them do this.
Yeah.
But then where are their albums?
Yeah.
I know they don't got an album, but I seen them.
That's so
Street
weird.
cred, you know, or like a skater, like, you know, someone like let's say Tom Petty never released any video parts, but the legend of Tom Petty, you know, like he's got the.
I mean, he's kind of like that.
Yeah.
He's
got
better
the meanest
in
frontside
person
flip.
than he has in video.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I just want him to have a part,
Yeah.
you know, and I think he
He's got
deserves
time.
that. Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm looking forward to that though. If it ever happens, fuck yeah.
You know what you should do next time you see him? You should be like, "Hey, mate."
Next time I see him, I'm gonna show him my anus.
What did you?
Because that's what comedians do when they bro down with each other. They expose their anuses. You didn't know that?
No.
That's what he did to me at
Wait,
the Laugh Factory.
Really think about what you're saying right now. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so this a real story? Go ahead.
Yeah.
So
I'm half gay, so I don't fucking
that's
care.
fine, but that's fine. But why did my brother show you his anus?
To camaraderise with me. I felt like he was like, hey, I see you trying to do some stand-up. You might look like you know the odd guy out. You don't fit in. Well, let me tell you, you're welcome here. You know.
Wait, can I ask you? I have a couple other questions.
It's a cute.
Jason.
It's a cute ass too.
Jason.
It really is.
Jason.
I'm not saying I want to fuck it.
I know. I'm
just
saying, but if it's cute, it's cute.
Yeah, I was
if
like,
it's cute,
I
it's
see
cute.
why Kalila would go out with you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a nice ass.
Now, was it the underwear or his real?
Didn't see the underwear, the hole.
You saw his hole.
Yeah. Out the front of the girls' toilet.
He showed you.
You can probably edit that out if you
Yeah,
want to.
it's fine.
But a girl came out of the bathroom
and so
after he put his butt back in his pants.
So did he bend over?
Yeah.
Or did he just flash his anus?
No, he bent over and pulled his pants down.
And
He grabbed me by the wrist and Brian Callen, and he dragged us both into the corridor. And then he ran in front of both of us, and he pulled his pants down and showed us his anus. And then immediately tried to grab my genitals. And I was like, whoa, comedy. I thought I was gay. You guys are way gayer than me, and I'm gay. And then when that finished, a lady came out of the bathroom and she goes, oh my God, all 3 of you celebrities. And I was like, no way. I count. Bobby Lee, Brian Callen, and Jason Ellis. She counted me. She knew who I was.
You're a part of it.
I was like, fuck yeah. This is it's still right now, currently, the highlight of my comedy career.
See my brother's anus.
Yeah.
Was
Whitney Cummings is a close second.
That's the second.
Yeah, because it's 1,300 people. That was crazy.
Can I ask you another like a tag
I felt like I
question?
let Whitney down.
It's okay. You
I
can
wanna be
use
her
my
friend.
brother as your number one.
Okay.
Was there hair in his butt?
Not a hair.
Well, okay.
Fresh as the day it was born, I tell you.
Was it dark?
No, right in the hole a little bit. But isn't that what buttholes do? Be weird if it got lighter on the way in, right?
Thanks for tuning in for another episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. Tonight's guest was comedian, skateboarder, and podcaster Jason Ellis.
Yeah, I'm Jason.
And
You get my name wrong like your brother, I will fucking kick your leg
I
in.
said Jason Ellis.
Yeah, no, you caught it.
And his highlight of it, his whole comedy career thus far is seeing my brother's anus. Yeah,
because I'm a smart guy and I know what counts in life.
Now I'm gonna really check you on this.
Yeah.
Did you see the Mongolian mark above his butt? There's a purple circle.
Man, it wasn't that long. It was in a fucking corridor.
Okay, because it was dark.
Yeah.
But he has a Mongolian...
all cheeks, whole. Let me try to revision it right now. He had bald ass. He had like a little dimpley looking thing on the top of his butthole. So it kind of went in a little bit, and then there was the hole. And it was pretty hairless. The hole looked like I could see all the way into the end zone.
Okay, well, thanks for coming through.
You're welcome. All I have is Bobby Lee's anus in my face right now. Can you tell? Because that's what I saw. And that's what I remember
seeing. That should be the name of your special.
Yeah.
The night I saw Bobby
I know
Lee's
not to do it too soon. I've seen what happens when you do that. I'll be waiting a couple of years.
That's
Thank
an
you.
idea.
Yeah.
Yo, I want to plug your podcast,
your
Instagram. Yeah, let's start plugging stuff. Yeah.
The Jason Ellis Show. Or Jason Ellis Podcast. That's free and available everywhere that podcasts are available. And then, of course, I have a Patreon, patreon.com/EllisMate. That's where we do 2.5 hour live shows a week. I do 2 solo shows by myself on the same thing. Also, they're called Awesome World. And then I do Hawk versus Wolf with Tony Hawk. Also free and available everywhere. YouTube and all that bullshit. Wolf Knife's clothing. Omo and clothing.
Oh, you got a clothing line?
Fuck yeah, dude.
How do they get some gear?
I'll get you some gear.
No, well, how do they get
Oh,
some
go to
gear?
wolfknives.com.
Wolf
Oh, no, sorry.
Knives?
wolfknivesstore.com. Yeah.
And what you got? Beanie, shirt? What do you got?
Everything.
Everything.
I got a new skateboard coming out.
Can we plug that?
It's not out yet, so it's stupid. I got my own hot sauce. You can get my hot sauce. Thefruitislava.com. What else? I've never done this many plugs in my entire life.
No, that's why you're here, because that's what I like doing.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You got a whole lot on your plate.
Yeah.
You got skateboard coming out, hot sauce,
Yeah.
clothing,
Yeah.
800. How many podcasts are you doing, bro?
2?
That sounded more.
Well, no,
2.
Patreon shows, if you count them, then
those
4.
are exclusive.
Yeah, I
content.
do 4 shows then. 4 different shows.
How many times do you post a video? Like once a week on Patreon or 2?
2.
You do
2 2.5 hour live shows with the guys, and then I do 2 hour shows. So I do Tuesday 2 hours in the morning for the Jason Ellis Show. Wednesday 2.5 hours with the boys. Thursday night do Awesome World by myself. Friday night is Fat Cock Fridays by myself. Awesome World. And then Hawks on Mondays, and the podcast Jason Ellis Show is on Tuesday at midnight.
Dude, I wish you nothing but the best, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
I have a couple shout outs too. So please help support this. Patreon.com/SteebeeWeebee. Tune in to Scissor Bros.
Yeah.
You had Scissor Bros. Episodes drop every Friday morning at 6 a.m. Subscribe today. We're doing a summer camp, folks. June 16th to the 19th. Go to campraw.com. That's camprah.com.
Are you guys going to jerk off on a biscuit?
No, we're gonna do.
I thought that's what dudes did when they camped.
No, we're doing.
And then the guy who comes
kayaking.
last
There's kayaking.
has to eat it. I always thought that was weird because obviously the first guy's the gayest.
Well, we might do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll feel out the vibe. There's yoga.
Yeah,
kayaking.
That's better than eating a cum-filled biscuit for sure.
What
So gay.
And then
I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah, and there's bunk beds. There's,
wow.
What's wrong with bunk beds? I'm so sorry, Jason. Did I
You
say the
guys
wrong
are all
thing?
going to stay in bunk beds.
Yeah. So it's an all-inclusive camp. Go to campraw.com. I'm sorry. Is there something wrong with bunk beds?
You're saying it's not an option. I can just pay for archery and not the bunk beds.
Yeah, is that wrong?
It just all comes compulsory.
Yeah, so it's an all-inclusive.
Can I pay more to be on top?
That's a good question.
Right. Think about that. My extra $5 for a top bunk. Because I don't want to be on the bottom. I'll pay extra to get up there.
So bunk bed. Yeah, so that's like a...
Some dude farts on me. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Ooh.
Came to this camp and all I got was fun.
Campraw.com.
Okay.
RAHH.com. Steebee Weebee Bandcamp.com. If you want to send any packages, I haven't been to the post office in a while, but send your stuff to 1425 North Cherokee Avenue, P.O. Box 1391, LA, California 90093. Dude, thanks for coming. The best of luck to you.
Thank you, dude. Same to you.
Peace.
Even though we don't need it.
Sitting by his side, he was a fallen leaf. Couldn't pick him up, a lifetime is brief. Homage to my pops and what he's achieved. From Korea to the land of stripes, be at peace. To high and auditory states, meet your guide. Your body stays below the river tide. Confide in the waters, holding secrets as your lies subside. Upside is a falling in a pot to fly. My balloon, let it fly up to the moon. Yeah, shaped like a spoon, not to be exhumed. Assume that it knew about the air it flew. A lonely troll with a tantrum throw. Hating on the keys like he's not King Kong. Not a friend but a foe on a gossip bro. The Pope wears a tiara crown shaped like a fish. Donating all your earnings to the church, make a wish. Remember when you enter not knowing you. The sender of a letter block to the truth. Had better pay you debtor of a karmic cruise. A lender of a weathered life put on you. My buddy Skip is a trip, feeling blue like a crib. Framed for robbing a bank, letting loose from the hip. He really couldn't predict this script was so full of angst. Him and Henry were woodpeckers, did a song and dance at big. Oh, rodeo man in the west, you can. You're the best on the land to bless the sand. Stir the bull with your hand, oh Skip, you can. Get that fucking bull and pull on that rope. Feeling still crazy, maintaining against the grain. Making me wanna get in a plane. The pain inside my brain never ends sustain. I'm down for the count on the ground freight train. Living today, don't give it away. They're preaching the praise, the raise. Shining it down to mightiest crowns, the finest of frowns delayed. Skibby's afraid, he feels betrayed. Live this way, can deal with shade. A spade is a spade, he made the greatest blade in a charade of pain. I am not a man, I am an animal, a male. I live by maritime, the law of water, about to sail. When my mother had me, I slipped out of her canal. What you call a sailing ship is named after a female.